Where's this Calvin Finch? Yeah, that's the kid who was only 1, right?
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
One thing I will say is I like how it's flowing seamlessly from like room to room.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Did I just fall? Oh, it's a... okay. Calvin was 11. Alright, okay. They're also very young.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
So I'm on the swing now? Oh, and I have my leg in a cast.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
So I have to like push myself.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Would you really? Because your
I
legs...
told him going around was impossible.
Your leg's kind of in a cast.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
Uh-oh.
then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
You can make that. You can make that. Oh dear.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Was that it?
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Wow.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Oh, I guess there's nothing around there.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Oh. I like the hidden rooms. It is very cool.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
I mean, I could open this. But I don't need to go out because it looks like we've got to go this way. Barbara
Growing up,
Finch.
I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
looking for something here? Oh.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream.
Okay.
Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
He missed the payoff at the beginning.
That was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay,
That was
I'm
bad.
hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Ah.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
See, the graphics from this remind me of the game 13, which is being remade. This is kind of like similar level of graphics. What is with the nightmare kind of music going on?
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
So she decided to start playing pool instead.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
So he sounds like a lovely person then. What in the Christ's name is that for a face? Am I going the wrong way here? No, there is a right way.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Ha!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out.
She'd hit you in the face with a crutch.
Kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, But if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Bit mean. Will you stop playing that bloody weird music? Then again, if she was like a child star in like horror films, I guess this was the sort of music she'd have.
Walter, are you there? Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he really was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Oh yes, there's this way.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
Hit him over the head.
He wasn't moving.
Well, that was one way to do it.
Sensed the story might not be over yet.
Can I like drop him with a diving elbow or something? Well, let's say a gang of hoodlums, and I've only found one, so.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
See, hearing that doorbell, there's only one thing that comes to mind, and it isn't really scary.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
You have a crutch. Swing it. Oh, don't.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life.
Yeah, the song Hello, that's the one.
I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent.
Well, you sound like you were there.
She had a taste for stardom. But
They had a taste for her?
so did her fans. Of course, the
See?
police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Oh.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Ah. See what he did there? Why don't you leave the puns to me? I'll stick with the bad ones, thanks very much.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Well, she got eaten, didn't she? Isn't... Oh god. There's another way out here, or... Well, at least we have an idea of where the key to get downstairs is.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
See?
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
This is... It seems like such a perfect family home, but way too many trapdoors and surprise places for me. Oh, no, keep turning it the right way. And now this is the basement we weren't supposed to go into, so let us see. Everything looks exactly how it was in the comic book, anyway. Minus the
Mom
blood
said the
stains,
basement was
obviously.
off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot. I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Another secret passage in the fridge?
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Ah, Walter, who was 53? That's quite old for people in this family by the seams of things.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane.
Please don't tell me you just ate
Having a
peaches for the
schedule,
rest of the time.
living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
Yeah, no train went off that time.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
I mean, spending what, 30 years down, trapped in isolation? With nothing but peaches? Whatever these are. Is it what, albinos? And
I know it's out
jars
there
of tomato
somewhere.
ketchup.
Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it.
Well, you're walking along a train track.
I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
Well, you have been eating peaches for 30 years, I
I
suppose.
don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Oh.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Do you start to think that this family is imbued with bad luck?
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Ah.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Well,
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
okay.
And the history you're a part of.
What is that off in the distance? Tell you what, though, it is a very impressive game. For, you know.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
We're going back up this way? I think so.
And
I like how...
look at the house. That history of imagination and stubbornness and madness. Any of it seems possible.
I like how instead of building like across the land, they built upwards.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Oh.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but The pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Chirpy, burpy, furpy,
3
derpy,
of the gerbils were mine, and
derpy junior.
2 had been my fault.
Lurpy, zerpy. I mean, look at this one. He's 5. He's 10. How old's that? He's 7. 4 years old. 14. 5, 8, 4, 14. 8 again. 13.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery. I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Oh, so that's what that is.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
I guess I head back.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do
Jeez.
better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Sanjay Kumar, not Finch. Strange.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
You are taking the piss. You should not be climbing this. I mean, I know she alluded to it before by saying there's 1, maybe 2 of us now, but... I'm at these.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
And have a love of bear rugs, apparently.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot me?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Why am I taking a photo?
Hey.
Oh.
Language.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I thought he wanted a picture of the car.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Oh, it's like the bird that we saw before. Well, we were a cat.
You're right,
obviously.
Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hey!
Picture him taking a whiz. Why?
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
What am I taking photos of?
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip.
There is apparently a
Grandpa's
deer
friend
around.
taught us how to fish, how to build a fire.
Apparently, anyway.
We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
Like what? There's nothing around.
I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map.
What am I supposed to be looking for here? I know I'm supposed to probably be looking for a deer, but
Let's see. Maybe. Or was it? Could have been.
I don't know. What am I taking a photo of here? I'm literally zoomed in and I cannot see anything that it looks like I'm supposed to take a photo of. I mean, the music's nice and peaceful, I'll give it that. So without snapping my own neck, what am I photographing here? I mean,
You don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo.
well, I'm trying to take a photo of something else, but there's nothing there, you idiot. The deer is above on a rock. What? Above what on a rock?
Good eyes, Don.
That one.
Before you
Okay.
take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
Huh? Get a photo of what though? Where is it now? Is it still up there?
I'm over here, Dad.
I'm gonna take a photo of you.
Dad, I...
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
No,
Don,
don't do it.
you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Now keep yourself squeezed.
Oops.
Great shot, Don! I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Oh. What is it with animals being eaten and being killed?
Sorry, Dawn. Just gotta reset the timer.
Oh, I have to control him.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so...
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oh.
Of
Wow.
all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.